Greetings, it's Doc Griffin, your swing surgeon director of club fitting operations, and yep, it's time again for the doctor's house call. Serge has sent another email to me that we've gotten from one of our viewers, and it says, Don, enjoy your golf work and professionalism. How about going a little deeper in club fitting than length and lie angle? What would be interesting to me would be your comments on shaft flex points and torque of the club head with various swing speeds and takeaway fundamentals. You can do it. Nick. Well, thank you, Nick. Apparently, Serge felt like I could do it just a little bit better since this is my area of expertise. So he has forwarded this to me to handle and answer your questions. So let's deal first of all with shaft flex points. I think what you're actually talking about here is a kick point. We don't refer to it as a flex point. In the profiling of shafts and so forth, we're talking about where the shaft kicks. And you've got high kick, mid kick, and low kick. And the difference between a high kick and a low kick shaft is maybe 1.5 inches. And what this property of the shaft will influence mostly is ball flight. A higher kick point in the shaft will hit the ball lower. A low kick point will hit the ball higher. So the challenge for a fitter is to match up the kick point properties of a particular shaft or shafts for an individual based upon number one, their club head speed, and number two, their angle of attack when they're coming into the golf ball. Now, how does a kick point or what about club head speed influences the kick point? Good question, glad you asked. The lower the club head speed, the lower the ball will launch off of a club face. So you can use a lower kick point to help get the ball airborne quicker and on the proper trajectory. Also, you may need to match up kick point based upon a person's angle of attack. For example, let's use my own personal specs here. With a driver, I have a positive 4.4 to 4.5 angle of attack, meaning I'm hitting up on the golf ball. Now, I also have a relatively low club head speed. I mean, it's not creeping, but it's about 88 miles an hour with a driver. So I don't need a shaft, even though my club head speed is kind of low. My angle of attack is positive. I don't need a shaft that has a low kick point to help me get the ball airborne, and neither do I need a shaft or a club head that has a lot of loft because I'm already adding loft by hitting up. So that's where shaft flex points or kick points come into play in determining the proper shaft. And you've also asked about torque of the club head. There is no such thing as torque of the club head. Torque, again, is a shaft property. Torque refers to, actually, the correct application of the word torque here is going to mean the resistance of twist when force is applied. Now, there can be some drooping, which is we call toe down effect, which will have a bearing with tip stiffness, but in this case we're talking about just torque or the resistance of the shaft to twist when force is applied to the club face. Now, the higher the torque, the more the shaft will twist. So, let's take a low club head speed guy. If he's playing a shaft with a really low torque, when he hits it, there's not much give or movement there, and it's going to feel very, very harsh, like hitting say like a 2x4 on a brick wall. Conversely, if you take a guy with a very high club head speed and he hits a shaft with a high torque, the head's going to really deflect open or close depending on where he hits it on the club face, and it's going to cause the ball to fly offline considerably. So again, the challenge for the fitter is to find the proper torque characteristics of a shaft that match up with the swing characteristics of the player, basically his club head speed. You asked about takeaway fundamentals. Really, the kick points and torque of the shaft or the takeaway fundamentals have very little to do with the kick points of the shaft or the torque of the shaft. Those two properties are going to be more influenced by the actual swing, the load and unload, club head speed and angle of attack, and how you deliver the club head to the golf ball, not how you take it away. So I hope this has answered your question and has cleared up a couple of areas of confusion for some others perhaps. And again, guys, we appreciate your support, and we encourage you, if you have questions on the swing, whether it be from a technical standpoint or from clubs and fitting and application of the principles of the golf club, please feel free to email it in or give us a call, and we'll do our best to get it answered as quickly as possible. Well, that's it for me for today, and as always, we appreciate your support. And remember, better golf is just a fit away.